Welcome back to another episode of Cobra Kai Companion, and I'm Peter. Over there is Sensei Wolf. Watch Party. How you doing, sir?
Sekai Takai.
Or Gunther. That works as well.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, Gunther Party. You guys,
hmm
we're finally here. We got the trailer. The
Yes.
yeah, Cobra Kai season 6, part 2. So I can say that. Um, what was it yesterday? 20. So it was a Wednesday. It was a Wednesday, hump day in the middle of the week.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. It was a midweek drop.
right. You were hosting a live. Do you want to kind of just share what it was like during your stream? The vibes, the people tuning in, how you felt. Finally getting the trailer.
well, I always like it because we finally get, some enthusiasm back, obviously in the off season, the between seasons, there's as it is now. There's just a lot of like people waiting, what's going on. People would drop in lives. Is it out yet? No. Okay. Um, so there's a lot more enthusiasm from the fans. People are excited. I think overall, at least, the diehard fans are really excited for part two. There's a lot of good feelings and good vibes, like excitement, like that this is finally paying off what was being set up in part one. Part one was ultimately lots and lots of setup, and now we're getting these payoffs with the dojos, and then we're getting thrown in, with ultimately 14 other dojos as well.
Right, right. Do you get a sense of where most of the your followers were tuning in from? Or was it pretty mixed? Other countries?
Um, I don't know. I know I have a wide group of followers. Definitely people from South America. I got some good fans from Jamaica.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
and yeah, and definitely Europe and of course like Australia. The English speaking world and even the non-English speaking world.
Tuning in. They were all very excited.
Yes.
Now, I was at work. I was actually just a few minutes late, 8, 9 minutes late to work. Well, because I saw that you were doing a stream, so I was getting ready, and then I got distracted, and I was like, oh, well, I need to hit the road. And by the time the trailer came, I was still like en route, and so I didn't get a good watch in until I got to a good stopping point at work. But I, kind of, allegedly maybe have looked at down at the phone while driving, allegedly, because that's illegal in most places, I feel. So be careful out there, you guys.
hmm
Um, yeah, it was definitely something. I thought it was just right. It was the runtime was what, like a minute 57 or something like that, so
Yeah, I mean, I think it's overall it's like 2 minutes, but obviously a lot of that's just the Netflix logo and stuff. So
oh sure. Yeah, and
yeah.
and not only that, like we're looking at not even 5 episodes. We're focusing on batch 2, right?
Mhm.
So, if it was like in a whole season, you can expect upwards of, 2 minutes, obviously, 2.5 minutes,
Yeah, and it also had clips from part one too. It had like
right.
flashbacks. Yeah.
You know, I guess we can kind of use this as a segue into the trailer. There's parts of it where it does show you kind of like the last moments of episode 605
hmm
in the finale. Do you think they're gonna kind of do that thing in the very beginning of episode 6 where they kind of take us back a little bit, or maybe they even
Well,
like 24
that's
hours
what Avildsen
before?
did in the movies,
Mhm.
right?
Right. Yeah.
The movies always recapped, but they've never done it in the show. I suspect not. I
Mm,
suspect that's just a trailer thing.
interesting.
Because even the part one trailer, we got a little bit of, 510, remember?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Where,
Yeah,
where
so
this is the last episode, people in the
yeah,
parking lot and
right.
Terry Silver. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Also it does distinguish, the previous batch as well,
Mhm.
So, okay, I guess we'll get into it for those that are tuning at home. I do not know if you'll be hearing any of the dialogue, but we're kind of going by the frames anyway, so I don't think it's going to pick up dialogue. I had considered playing the clip, but I don't think it's necessary. Everyone's probably watched it like 50, 11 times by now, I feel.
Five,
So,
10 times. That's the joke I always make in my breakdown videos, and I
what,
actually
50,
forgot
11?
to make it. No, no, no. I
Oh,
no. It was just like since assume you've seen the trailer now 5, 10 times. Let's dive in. 5, 10 times.
oh,
It's a joke I made when I very first started the channel and was breaking down the season 2 trailer. That trailer was captured you and you watched it again and again. And I remember even I always get comments 5, 10 times. Those are rookie numbers.
oh yeah. They kind of are. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild. I definitely, I don't even know. Have I gotten that many times? I mean, I watched it quite a bit.
Hmm.
My 12-year-old, I had to double check. I was like, did you watch, that first 5 episodes? And I was like, who are the bad guys? And, he was like, Quan and them, and I was like, all right, what happened to Tori in the last episode? He's like, her mom passed. I go, all right, cool. Okay, you're sorry. You're up to date. Here we go.
He
Let's watch
needs
the
to
trailer.
study more. Kwan's not a bad guy, man. They're gonna
Yeah,
win it
yeah.
all.
Well, who's the hero
He needs a little
of,
more
of first
study.
batch? But played the trailer, and then I turn and I look at him, and he's a really animated kid, and
Mhm.
he does this really silly jaw dropping like facial reaction. So it was pretty funny. So I just looked at him,
Like the
and we
almost
both.
like the Looney Tunes thing. Like,
Yeah, it's very cartoony, and
mhm.
so he's just waiting for my reaction. And once I reacted, we both chuckled at the same time. So he thought it was pretty cool. He didn't point anything out or ask any questions, but he thought it looked really awesome. So
Mhm.
so there you go. It's
There you go. The
definitely
kids love it.
the kids love it for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into it. We start off with the a an airplane touchdown, uh,
Yeah, this
probably
is
in
from
Barcelona.
605. Yeah.
Is it even moving? I don't think it's moving here. Maybe I need to tap on the screen as it come in. There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so we
Yeah,
got the
this is just
airplane
from
landing.
605. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
okay.
recap.
Oh, right, right, right. Yeah. So, aerial shot of the what did I do? Oh, that was really weird. Okay.
Okay.
I must have pushed something wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're showing up in Barcelona. They're giving you an aerial shot of it.
Mhm.
Outside the Zacatecas. We've seen all of this, so we'll go straight to
Yeah,
the main stuff.
this is reused footage.
Okay.
They're just coming in for the
Ah,
opening ceremony. Now here's no, yeah.
yeah,
Good
so
there.
here's Gunther, the commissioner of the Zacatecas or something. The Ron equivalent, right, of the All Valley. We've mentioned that before. We're inside
I
the
just gotta say, and I did in my intro, I love how he says the kind of like the
yeah,
way he rolls Sekai Takai or what.
yeah,
I don't know because it's definitely like in the accent or something. The way he did that, it made me think of the way like Spanish they roll their R's. Obviously, it wasn't that, but it
right,
had a feel of that, like the vibration in it
right.
with the Sekai or something. I can't do it.
Eh, yeah,
I'll study it. I'll try to
okay.
learn it.
Yeah, let's hear you do it when you practice a few more times. I feel like
Yeah.
the accent's on the Thai. It
I
goes
don't
up.
know.
Maybe it goes up. Oh no, it's Japanese, right? So maybe a Japanese
Yeah, but he's
speaking.
saying it like
Yeah,
a
that's
East
true.
German, right? Like
Right, right,
that's the
right.
thing. It's like an East German accent.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I
Like,
guess. Yeah.
well, I mean, we're gonna get to Barcelona, right?
But yeah, we'll get there too.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. So, there's an image out there, probably snapped by Curtis, shared by many, Curtis Bonds Baker or Baker Bonds. I always do that. The
Mhm.
photographer for Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Anyway, there is a picture probably standing on the lower level, right? Looking at all of the dojos in attendance here.
Mhm.
And this one we're on stage right behind Gunther. And yeah, it looks really, really cool. I love what they did with the lighting and the light fixtures. It does make the building look a little bit taller than it probably
Mhm.
actually is. Like the steps back there
Wow. Yeah.
behind
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
one flag with the fist. Yeah, that makes it look like it's gonna go much higher up. We got the digital scoreboard to the right and we're moving it along. I do love like all the different colors and um I feel this was kind of brought up a little bit during your live stream. I didn't basically when you saw me say good morrow, that's when I tuned in. Yeah, I'm sure you
Mhm.
kind of figured that out. So I don't know how long into the stream nor that you hadn't seen it yet, but
Yeah,
you had
I
already been going
started
live.
an hour
Yeah.
early about so.
But I think I think you guys did kind of mention, or maybe somebody said in the chat that you know I'm glad that like all the different dojos have different colors, and Miyagi-Do isn't the only dojo with a white gi. You know, the other ones are very distinguishable. Short
Yeah.
sleeve or like a different color trimming on the top,
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
uniform. So, okay, now next we have a huddle with Team USA, Sam, and we both have the captain's bandana on, headband. Or what are we calling it? A headband? No, it's not a
Yeah, it's
bandana.
just a
Yeah,
headband, isn't it? Yeah,
headband. Okay.
bandana, headband.
Let's see. So come on, y'all. Let's go. So a little pep talk here. Now,
Coming from Miguel,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Miguel's not technically the team captain, although is he taking the role? I don't know. We'll see.
Right. I do wonder now also like I do feel a lot of the stuff we got are probably just from the first two episodes, right? It's probably not nothing further than that because they're not showing us a whole lot.
I feel like some of the fights could be as deep as episode three.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, yeah, I think some of it may be some of the later episodes, the fight in the street, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. Sam here is fighting a newcomer. Um I know she's Karate Jules on Instagram, the
Yeah,
character
I
name
saw her.
Rhea
Yeah, because
Alvarez.
John had shared it. I saw it. Yeah,
Yeah.
her account. Yeah, that's
Yep. So
Spain though. She's Spain's
okay.
female captain. Yeah.
Nice. So, yep. She's the female captain for that team.
Mhm.
Sam scores a point on her. So, what's the discussion out there of what they're doing here? There's a bunch of different fights going on simultaneously, while other dojos that aren't currently participating are spectating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Well,
if
we'll
you
get
want to,
to it a little bit. Yeah, there's
okay,
definitely there seems to be a lot of different competitions. Um, I'm not sure how many different ones we see. Probably at least four or five. Because this
yeah,
one you're looking right now, Dimitri hitting a point on Cobra
Yoon,
Kai. Yeah.
right,
Um, I think that may be part of one that we see a few times because they're around because you got like Hawk was standing there and um
right.
other
This in this sequence, Hawk is doing like the Superman punch on Juan. Is this one? Hard
I'm
to
not sure
see.
who it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Because the other thing is they really do a lot of cutting. I think people in your chat were saying that Quan like picked Devin, but it wasn't Devin. It was like a West
Yeah,
End
there's
warrior.
there's a lot of confusion like back and forth. There's stuff or well, not confusion, we'll just call it like
Yeah,
trick editing.
right.
Um like yeah.
So this one right now is Quan kicking a competitor
She
from the West End
yeah,
Warriors.
West End Warriors and then it cuts to Devin falling down, right? So it's
Right.
like it gets confusing.
Yeah.
Um
So the that's is that same. So she looks like she's falling off the A platform. The bottom gi, was that part of the Spain? Is that also, you know, if the bottoms are also all yellow?
on the right there, I think yeah,
Right,
I think
yeah.
that's Spain. Yeah.
Okay. So she got knocked down. Devin, that was. This one is Hawk versus Min Sok. No, this one's Yoon also still. Okay, so this is probably part of the sequence we saw just a moment ago. No, Yoon was fighting Dimitri. Okay, so that's just another
Was it
match.
you and Dimitri was fighting? Okay.
Right, yeah, it was,
I
yeah,
don't
Dimitri
remember now.
kicked. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, this is France.
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay, okay. So this is a French captain fighting against Dimitri. The pull attacks thrown here.
Ooh.
Dimitri gets scored on. Okay, so this one I was trying to look at back and forth earlier before we got on the call here. This is Tori being flipped over by someone, right?
Right.
Do you know who that is?
I don't know. So the if you look, the guy in the background, has got the red and black uniform.
Right,
Um, so I almost thought because then this is another confusing one because then it cuts to Zara next.
right.
But yeah, I'm not sure which dojo this is. I th I think they're another European dojo, but I'm not
Okay.
sure.
I mean, yeah, there's 16 of them.
I mean I could make a list of every dojo and then like go back and compare. See, now it
Yeah,
cuts to Zara. Yeah, now you have Zara talking to Tora or to
right.
Tori
Tori.
or
Yeah.
taunting. Well, let's say Zara taunting Tori.
Right.
Um,
Zara taunting Tori. Mhm.
mhm.
Now I did believe the next cut sequence here of Tara. You just made me do it. Zara. Zara? Okay. Um, I believe these are two different sequences because I do feel this looks like an after a match.
Mhm.
Welcome to Barcelona, bitch. And also, is that the most repeated line of this trailer?
Um, oh, by like the fans?
Yeah. Is this the
Probably. There's
bitch?
there's
Did you know I
is
know
yeah, there's
karate?
no other quotables really. Um,
Yeah. That,
other than maybe
there's
like
some dialogue,
Reese or
but there's
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely no one-liners. To
Yeah.
Barcelona, it's Barcelona, dipshit.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
get there. So, but what we're looking at right now of Zara saying that line, "Welcome to Barcelona,
Mhm.
bitch." This looks like it's after a fight, and there's this next one where okay, so it cuts to Tori looking up at somebody. It could be Zara, it could be the person that flipped her just a moment ago. See, and now Zara looks like this is pre-fight, right? Her hair doesn't
Yeah.
look like,
This is
so it
very
looks like it's
pretty.
still done.
Yeah.
And so this is probably like
Um,
the introduction.
if you go back to when Tori's flipped,
Okay.
because
When
Quan
she hits
is
the
there,
ground.
and yeah,
Oh, you're right.
yeah, when
Right.
Quan is there and he's got his hands up, like what the hell's going on? Um, so yeah, so maybe
Right.
she was looking at Quan. Yeah, you can see in the corner his hands are almost like what the hell's going on.
Right.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, going into broader theory, like I think Tori is kind of still off balance and is not
Ah,
going to do well out of the gate. So maybe this is like their first match or something. And
right,
especially
right.
Kwan's like, what the hell? Like,
That's a good point because even
yeah.
like the reaction on Tori's face, she was taken by surprise, it looks like.
Hmm.
She doesn't have her A game on or
Hmm.
that look in her eyes, right? Like she wasn't prepared. I mean,
Right.
obviously,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
couldn't get caught off guard and get flipped, you definitely,
Hmm.
wasn't anticipating that.
Yeah.
So this sequence here
It,
of Zara blowing a kiss. Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say now Zora saying welcome to Barcelona, bitch. She's not from Barcelona. Like it feels like I this is why I was confused because I almost thought she was from the Spanish team then because it's acting like you're in my home now, right? But she's not.
Right,
I-
right.
It's just the way that line comes off to me, like like it would be like if this is where she's from in or something,
Now,
she's the home country. Welcome to Barcelona. But like it's like I travel 2,000 miles. It'd be like, you go 2,000 miles to somewhere, whatever, pick New York or whatever. You because you're from Portland. And then you say, "Welcome to New York, bitch." Like would you do
now,
that? Like
okay. So, is there a better way? Is there something else that you can say other than "Welcome to the Sekai Tekai," right? Like the big leagues, like "Welcome to the big leagues." Did you just say "Welcome to Barcelona," as in like I'm a former champion, and you are, you guys are like a small fish in a big pond. Like, is there another way to say that?
say
So
welcome to
maybe.
Worlds, welcome to um
Sekai Tekai. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's just her basically welcoming Tori to the big leagues. You know, that's the way
welcome.
I'm
This is
taking it.
my house.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, I mean, she could say that too. And, maybe there's no version of that in whatever native tongue she has. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, she's trying to translate it.
Okay, so we got the Tedum N or something here, the Netflix logo. Skip through that. And then we get some more shots of, not really
Barcelona.
sure. Yeah, probably Barcelona. So the far back there, that looks like an arena, or at least arenas. That could be the outside of where they are,
Yeah,
or
or at
not.
least theoretically, because they're in
Right?
such a small area, but we won't go into that.
For sure. Also, just real quick here, like there's like a pigeon that flies onto like that statue, which was kind of cool. So I don't know if that's like stock footage. Could be.
Probably.
Yeah. So we got to Dimitri in a hotel room. So this is again one of those editing things that we were just talking about. There's no way that we can win. Um, I think he's talking to Hawk at this moment. There's no way that we can win.
I think are the guys sharing a room? I think they're
It,
all together.
right, it appears that way, but also see
I
in
mean,
this
Daniel was not springing like to give everyone their own room.
right, there's probably like a car wash fundraiser that we missed.
Yeah.
Just like in season three.
But they didn't have Moon and the cheerleaders, so they
Oh,
didn't
that's
raise
true.
as much money. So that's why they all got to share a room. So there you go.
Maybe they got Chris to come out, take off his shirt, as well. That's more Khalil. Oh,
Yeah, that's
have
why
you seen shirt? Chris without a
they
shirt.
lost money on the car wash, I guess.
So if you look here, Dimitri is wearing two different outfits, sitting in a very similar spot, but it's a different room, I
Hmm.
feel, because
I think it may be the same
it
room, but
might
I
be the
think
same
it's
room,
yeah, it's just two different scenes.
right? So this looks like they just checked in. Bed's not made yet or anything. Also, one thing of note here in the first shot of Dimitri, from one angle, there's like a water bottle with a Miyagi-Do sticker on it.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Water
I
bottle.
wonder if it still has the laxative. So maybe it's
Well,
Kenny's.
they drank it all, so we'll find out, I guess, right? If
Yeah.
so,
Mm.
somebody has the bubble guts. All right. So no TV on. We see Miguel sitting on the thing where you put your suitcase. What was that called? Like a stand or something. Now, this next we cut to Devin kind of sitting up against the wall. I don't think it's the same room. She could be with like Sam.
Yeah, she could be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get the impression she's with him in the shot where Robbie's putting his bag down, but she may be there. Like this is another shot here where Hawk's got the
Right.
towel or something. So this
So
may be a continuation of the original scene
Dimitri,
where Dimitri
right. That's what I
giving
think.
his "We're all losers" speech.
Yes. Okay, let's back it up a little bit. Now we cut to you're saying this is the hotel, right? This next shot after we see Miguel here.
Yeah, I mean, see the guy in the left, he's pushing the
Oh,
luggage
you're right,
rack.
like a
That's
bellhop or something like that.
yeah,
Okay, yeah,
exactly. That's I mean, it's very much a hotel.
yeah, yeah.
Or meant to be a hotel anyway. Um,
Right. So
I
who's
assume I assume this is yeah, the lobby of the hotel. I get the feeling there's going to be at least a few different scenes like set. Like this is just like another location for them, to have interactions outside of the tournament.
right? So we see Zara on her phone from afar, and also the newcomer Axel, right? Played by Patrick Lewis. Now on the far
Who
right there, is
looks
that
like a statue, by the
he
way.
kind of does. Well, I mean, he looks like security. All he's missing is like the little earpiece,
Yeah.
looking like a soldier. But is that Sam and Miguel in the far right there?
Um,
You see that?
maybe I didn't notice them because I always just noticed Tori.
Right.
I would say possibly. Um,
Yeah, because they're the only two right there. And Sam kind of looks like she's looking at in Elsa's direction.
oh, you know what? I'm gonna give a yes on that because we have the from the photos they released
Yeah.
that Miguel's wearing a yellow shirt, that exact shirt.
Oh,
So
oh, right.
yes.
Oh, and we
Okay.
will probably see the that in this too. Yeah. So Tori is sitting by her lonesome, up against the window panel, sitting on her suitcase.
On her suitcase, yeah.
Yeah. Are you? I'm assuming they're just all kind of arriving, right? Checking in, or well, she's at least just getting there. This is what kind of why I was wondering if you think like that first episode, if we're gonna, kind of see like 24 hours before, right? Because
Mm, right.
because yeah, at the end of episode 5, she's already dressed and at the Sekatakai.
Well, they all are, right? And it doesn't
Yeah,
make sense they would check into the hotel after. Like they got off the plane and went straight to the arena with all their luggage and stuff. Um,
Right.
seems less likely. Yeah. You know what? I have a new theory that I just thought of while sitting here. So I
Okay.
think this is after the initial day because I do think they're checked in. Like Miguel's there, they're not checking in. Maybe Tori took her bag and is gonna leave. Um,
It was okay.
because
This
she did bad, she got thrown. Quan was like, "What the hell?" She's like, "I'm letting the team down. I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna leave." And of course, Kreese will find her and talk her out of it. But I think that's what's going on here. New
if I'm not
theory just developed
mistaken, yeah.
in this
Okay, well,
recording. Yeah.
you guys heard it here first, unless Watch Party tweets it out overnight before this episode
Oh,
comes out.
hey, I got my phone right here.
Yeah, but we'll find out. But I believe what she's wearing, sitting on her suitcase, is probably the same thing she's wearing when she's with the rest of Team Korea, right? Because I do remember like a
Well,
black jacket and like a white undershirt, or
yeah,
you know,
it's street clothes, ripped jeans.
yeah. So we'll take note.
It's not a training outfit, so it's
No, it's
her.
not.
Yeah, street clothes. So
A couple extras here that sitting do recognize some of those faces too. All right,
no, I
so
imagine there's mostly extras. I
yeah,
mean, maybe
right,
they
right.
got a
As
few
extras.
people, competitors. Maybe they were some of the competitors. I don't know. I'm not gonna probably recognize them, at least not now.
Yeah. So do we know if Daniel's shirt is buttoned? You know, the olive looking color shirt? Um,
What do you
they
want to know about Daniel?
well,
Is
because
his
remember
chest
the
showing?
excuse me, woo,
Is Daniel going swimming? Is Daniel not gonna wear the robe
in the
in the
hot tub or
sauna?
something.
Yeah.
No, just that one image of him, like, in a stance wearing that getup. We kind of talked about how it was like completely unbuttoned, as if he was like winding down for the evening. Is this,
Mm,
this is daytime? Is that shirt buttoned, or is that how he wore
I
that
think
button up
I
unbuttoned?
think the shirt is buttoned, but now I'm not sure. It is the same outfit,
Right.
actually. That is correct.
Okay.
So Daniel's giving a pep talk to them
Right.
because Tori was off balance, and it seems like Miyagi-Do had a rough start too. We saw, the other teams scoring points on the Hawk and Dimitri or whoever. So they're all kind of having a rough start.
They really are. You can read it in their faces right now. Daniel's trying to rally up the troops, and they are definitely not there to hear it. We cut to a training facility of sorts, and it is Team Korea. Um, Juan taking it a little bit easy, trying to kick probably like a quarter-inch board, as opposed to like an 8-foot board or something. Come on, Quan, we know do better. Um,
It's only
but
it's only like a 720 instead of a nine,
right,
whatever the heck. So
yeah, you gotta do the math. But yeah, it's that, and somebody else is beside him doing it as well. Yoon is holding this one. See, so it could have been Tori. Tori's
yeah.
also, she's standing next to him in this frame, so it could very well be her.
Yeah.
Also behind Kwan, you see the other
One of
female
the others.
fighter on Team Korea. Yeah,
Yeah. I will
name to
say
be
in
determined.
this Cobra Kai training sequence, Tori looks bad. She doesn't look focused. She doesn't look happy. Like it looks like she looks the way she looked in 605 at the fight where she had just been crying and she was devastated. I think she looks the same.
So
Um,
this is after at least a round of something, right? Because is that a shiner on her right cheek there?
yeah, 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 maybe she got hit. Um,
Oh, that almost looks like a black eye a little bit too, right there, like her right
could
eyelid.
could be, yeah.
This
But
could
yeah,
be
I don't
be the
think she
makeup.
looks
So
good. She doesn't look focused. So I think she's still dealing with everything. And
right,
I think she's got a little regret about leaving Miyagi-Do too. And that's what Kreese has to address.
right. Is now this shot of Kreese? Do you think he is watching Tori and Kwan right here, or is that a different room? Do you think? or those mirrors behind him. So this could still be
I'm gonna guess he's watching them.
the
Um,
gym. Okay. Now we cut to back to the arena, and we got a dojo in orange
that's the
laughing.
Dublin Thunder, by the
Dublin.
way. And
Okay.
I think, and I decided, um, Frank Helmer doesn't like Ireland because I think they have the ugliest key and the ugliest logo.
I need to
So
look at
next
their
next
logo.
time next time you talk to it's on that girl. It's the really green one. You can
No,
kind of see
yeah,
it.
I
But
see it.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I just think like Frank must not like the Irish. He
they look like
he
the
gave them the
pumpkin.
worst looking one.
Yeah, it's literally a pumpkin. The logo is the stem on top. Um,
I
when I
didn't like
first
that.
saw the trailer,
Yeah.
this the kid that we kind of look more at, with the hair that's kind of similar to like Anthony and Miguel's. I
Right.
thought for a second he was that one actor from One Piece that was at Geek Week with them.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that's who it was. It threw me for a second because it's a similar hair,
Yeah.
and like the
And
focus. I
he
was like, oh, is that
kind
the
of
same
looks like
guy?
Sholo too. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that they are laughing at this other dojo that probably just got eliminated.
Germany, I guess that is, right?
Yeah. Is it Germany
Uh,
or
f f-
Romania?
um,
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering.
I think that's German, right?
Yeah, you're probably
You're
right. I
gonna
think
you're
you're
gonna
right.
you're gonna make me guess like
You're probably more
black.
educated than me because
Yes,
actually
it's
I'm
it's
almost
it's
certain.
Germany. It's Germany. Don't you make me second guess myself. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this little squad here, they look pretty beat up as far as we can tell. I don't know if their sensei, if he looks like maybe he has a broken nose. It could be the lighting. I'm not sure, but they're laughing at somebody. They may not even be looking at that team. Well, the female captain of the Dublin team is does look like she's looking at the other captain though. So that could
Hmm.
be right overreading it. We go back to Axel and Zara, probably from earlier when Zara blew that kiss. Now she's waving at the audience. So probably just these two former champions being um
I actually think this is
introduced.
from another fight. Um,
Okay.
when they're elevated, I think they're high up.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Oh, and now they're probably waving at the people on the balcony.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. We got Zara with the bow. Um,
So there is a fight with weapons, straight
yeah.
up with the bow staff. Zara's beating the Sweden female captain.
Yeah. Um, do you know what the other dojos are? To the far right is definitely Thailand. That's the
Yeah,
Thailand
that's
flag, and it's the
Thailand. And
elephant.
then in the middle there, I'm not sure that one.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
That.
Italy? Oh, maybe that's Italy. Green, white,
Oh,
red,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe so. Yes.
Mhm.
Or is it Spain? No, because Spain
No,
also
no,
has
no,
similar
no, no,
colors.
no,
I'm
no,
doing it
no,
again,
no.
or not?
No, the Spain is in the yellow.
Got it.
Remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
right, Marina Alvarez. Okay. All right. I wanna up close. The Thailand logo. It almost looks like some sort of ribbon. You know?
It kind of does. I actually
Yeah.
like it. I like it. I think it feels Thai to me. I actually like um their geese a lot.
It's probably the elephant because it's the land of elephants.
Well,
Um.
yeah, of course, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you familiar with the three-headed elephant flag of Laos?
Not off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
it's one of my favorites. It's like a really old flag, and it represented the three kingdoms of Laos. But
Mm,
it's one of those that is very undeniably like, oh, that's Laos when you see it. Like I wish that was our national flag, the three-headed
mm,
elephant. But
mhm.
so I when I see an elephant, I do like it, even if it's because I always joke that Thai food is basically Lao food. You just throw peanuts on it, it's all Thai. And so just
No, last food is Thai food. Just take out the peanuts. So it's
there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
reverse.
Right, right. So yeah, I like that the Southeast Asia representation. Like that
Yeah.
there. Do you recognize the one on the ground here that looks like a deer or something or a stag?
Well, that's just their logo. That's Sweden.
Sweden.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. haven't familiarized myself with the dojos, obviously. So that was Zara hitting somebody with the bow. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
think this
Sweden
is
captain. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, the fight with the weapons we know is happening. Zara kicking butt.
right. So now we cut to Tori in the middle of the rest of Team Korea. Everyone's looking at her. Um, really interesting that everyone is looking at her like as to see what she's about to say, or
Yeah. I mean, there's
yeah,
other people in the background. Like, I don't really know what's going on in the situation. Like, so it's
yeah, it's very, very interesting. So she does look like she's wearing the same thing from inside when she was sitting on her suitcase. Reese looks like he's wearing what he was wearing when he was watching them in the uh workout room,
yeah,
the fitness room.
yeah.
I feel
I'm looking at the production photo they left,
uh-huh.
and it's just like a slightly different angle, but there's also people standing in front of them. And I
Interesting.
just think like maybe they're making announcements or something or other about like what's upcoming, or I don't know. Like I don't know, but it seems like they're there listening to some announcements or something.
I also wonder if this is like Robbie saying like, come with us, and everyone's like, okay, well, let's see where her loyalty lies, and then she doesn't budge. That'd be interesting. Okay, we'll keep moving along.
Tori chose the other side.
I
Yeah,
do like the
this
framing,
is
this,
yeah,
yeah, the
shot.
blocking,
Yeah.
all of it. Now,
This the voiceover Sam talking. Tori chose
Tori
the other
chose the other
side.
side.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got an up close shot of Sam and Robbie. Who do you are they talking to like or listening to like Daniel and stuff? I
Um,
will. I wonder who these other extras are behind them. Two faces I do not recognize. Probably international students, but why are they listening in as well?
I
Is this
mean,
some sort of
that's
team
because
up?
like I think like they're making announcements or something because they're in
Okay,
the production photo too. It's worth noting he's not you don't see him in the trailer, but Chosen is there in the
right.
production photo. So
That's right. He's in the far left.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could show that too later on here after. So now we're back in the arena. There's other fights
Mhm.
going on, but we're focusing on Sam and Tori at this point.
Mhm.
Um, trying to see if there's anybody else we recognize. Okay, so Quan is in the other quadrant. We can't see who he's fighting yet. So I guess we'll put a pin on that. Now we cut to something like a bar, right? Restaurant or something.
Mhm.
And this is we've seen this sequence before where Corey and Robbie exchange looks. In this sequence, Quan may have just sat down, or maybe now we're just seeing Quan. Because
Mhm.
on the right side of the screen, that could be one of the other Cobras, maybe even Yoon or something like that. So she's probably just sitting with the crew, and Quan obviously sees Robbie looking, and so he's trying to get under Robbie's skin by putting his arm around Ori. And does he whisper something in her ear? Yeah.
Or he's
So
moving in for a kiss. I don't know, one or the other.
she maybe there's like a piece or like a grain of salt that got on her shoulder that he's just dusting off for her. Uh, Robbie does not like that. I know a lot of people talking about like, oh, he just can't catch a break in on Instagram because I shared that and I put the image of Johnny doing the same thing with Allie when he saw that Daniel was looking through the
That was
door
a good
at
one,
the
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So that's
Like father, like son, I guess. Yeah.
it's
So but I will just say, I don't think there's anything actually between Tori and Quan. I
I
think
don't think so either.
Quan at least is just trying to get under Robbie's skin, knowing he's a threat. Um, and I don't think Tori is happy about going along with it, but she feels like she has to.
Right.
Um,
Or she might just push him right after that and exit the scene. That can also play out that way too. This next one is very interesting to me because it's is it an octagon? One, two, three. What shape is this? That's
I
an
don't I
octagon.
don't
No,
actually know
uh,
because I
that.
think it's they have 6 and 6, so it's a 12 sided. Um,
Oh,
right,
huh.
because six for each member of the team of the dojo. Um, that was my assumption.
Okay. So this is this is not this isn't Miyagi-Do and Team Korea, right? Is it a mix? Is that
Yes,
Sam
yes, it's
top left?
Miyagi-Do and Korea. This is Robbie and Tori fighting actually.
Right. Why does that not look like Sam in this?
Oh, Sam is in top left.
Right, but that doesn't look like Sam.
I know. I thought so too when I looked at it because I actually was getting confused. We do have Kenny there. Kenny's
We
there.
do
We don't
have
have Devin.
Kenny. Don't have
Um,
Devin. You see Hawk a little bit later.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure Hawk is on the bottom,
Correct.
off screen.
Yes. So we have the female Team Korea Cobra at the bottom left. Is that Dimitri above her?
Yeah, Dimitri on the left,
I see that does
Miyagi-Do,
not look like him. It's so weird.
and Miguel is on the right, and
He's
then
almost
and then
I
yeah,
I'm,
Kenny
I
top
feel
right.
I feel like these are like stunt doubles or something, for this angle. Because even if you look at Juan at the top,
It maybe
doesn't
it
look like
is. I
Juan.
don't know. Like I remember I looked at it and was going through the same thing you went through now as I was just like had to stare at it because like that's Dimitri. It doesn't actually look like Dimitri. It looks like his double. And but anyway, it is the
Yeah.
character Dimitri. I don't know if it's
Okay,
Gianni.
that's fair.
And same with Miguel on the bottom
Yeah.
right, Kenny
Do
top
you,
right,
the
Sam top left.
referee in the tie? Have you learned who that is? Do you recognize that person?
Um, no, no,
Master
I
Tony
have not
Chung.
paid attention.
Yeah, he's also works with Don Lee and Ken Bearfield as choreographer, effect choreographer.
Ah, so
Yeah,
that's how he got the job.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you've seen him, train with Billy, and um, he there was a video that he did where I believe he was breaking a board. Very impressive Instagram. Definitely
Mhm.
check him out. So that's who he is.
Yeah.
Um,
I
Taekwondo.
think it's
Oh,
interesting, like the refs are dressed formally. I don't know. That
yeah,
was something I noticed. Yeah.
that is interesting, and maybe it's the thing where like, well, it's a different tournament, so different like members and things of this nature, and so like they're gonna look different too. So probably not rocking the t-shirts. But
Yeah. Right.
then actually now that I think about it, I believe the female Team Korea Cobra trained with Master Chung. I believe they train together. So
Okay.
it's, I think that's the connection there.
Yeah.
So yeah, very clear image of or footage of Kenny. So I guess he replaces Devin at some point.
Mhm.
Um, a fight between Robbie and Tori. She kicks him down, and they exchange looks. There's a part of her. She's conflicted, right? That's a conflicted look.
Yeah.
Like
I
she
assume this is
won.
after the flirting. Like
I would think
they
so.
got in Robbie's head.
Yeah.
Now she kicked him while he's down.
Now that I think about it, no, never mind. I see Sung Ho. He plays Chung Hee in the back there, next to Hawk. I was
Mhm.
trying to remember if he was also if we saw him standing, and I was wondering if his double or stand-in also has similar hair.
Mm.
Have you figured out what these numbers represent on the digital scoreboard?
Well, I mean, their point total or something.
Yeah, the
And
white.
Miyagi-Do is in 11th place out of 16.
Got it. Okay, 28 and 17, so points.
And the voiceover is Miguel getting mad at
Robbie,
Robbie. Yeah.
right? Because he thinks that Robbie is also not balanced, right? And he's supposed to be captain and leading by example. So uh, let's
Mm.
see, what's the ranked 10, number 10 there? Do you know what country that is? Is that a cat, a feline, or
No.
something, a panther?
Yeah, but you
No,
can't determine the country
okay,
from the animal per
right.
se.
Okay,
Like if you looked at that,
that's
oh,
true.
there's a bonsai tree on that. What country is that? Oh, it must be, Japan, right? Or
Yeah.
so Yeah, Duma, I don't know what language that is.
Okay. Uh, keep on going. Okay, so now this is Miguel and Robbie, right? Is that Robbie having a bit of a heated exchange? Yeah, you're completely blowing it.
Mhm. Mhm.
And who says, let's see what you got? Do you know? There's a second line here.
Oh, I don't know off the
Okay.
top of my head. I don't remember that one.
So back to the arena. This one has Miguel and Robbie both in their white gis. No bruising or anything. This could be one of the early fights. Okay, we got Juan talking. Juan says, let's see what you got. So the dialogue came up before we actually saw who was speaking it.
Yeah.
So this one is Axel versus Robbie. Robbie gets punched in the face. Blood. Yeah, that must be some strong punch for blood come out that fast. Man, brutal. Okay, the fight. Okay, some of us have nothing to lose. So we did see a picture of Chris talking with Johnny, and Chris was holding the unjangdo,
Mhm.
the knife, the dagger. Your thoughts on that?
Um, and it's part of this scene. So now we know Daniel's here as well. I still think like Reese is working his stuff on both Johnny and Daniel separately, is what he's saying. He seems to, yeah, because he later says you have a lot to lose. And is he referring to Miyagi or is he referring to Sam? Um, what does he have to lose? I assume Kreese knows something that like Daniel's investigating about Miyagi. I That's the only thing I guess. Because
Yeah, and
what
judging by,
else would it be, you know?
I think it's that. And judging by Johnny's face, I feel maybe Johnny might have slipped, or maybe just pulled him or something.
Hmm.
He almost looks like like he just got caught, in something,
Yeah.
or just it looks more of like a guilty look here. Oh crap, they kept on going. Okay, so let's back it up a smidge. Did I miss anything? Okay, yeah. So he does not have a jacket on, Daniel, that is. Um, I wonder if this is after we saw him earlier. Hard to say. All right. The next one goes to, let's see. Okay. So now this is Daniel looking at the headband with the blood on it.
Yeah, flashback.
Yeah, so a flashback to that. Wonder if the next scene. Okay, so now we got Crying Miguel back. He's embracing Johnny. We're thinking not hotel, hospital.
Do you
Hard
think
to,
it's a hospital?
so hard to see.
Mhm.
Is there anything? Is that does that not look? What that? I was gonna say, is that a gurney back there? But it looks like two. Is that two wheelchairs up against the wall?
Um, could just
Oh,
be
this
chairs.
could be regular chairs. Yeah, the
Yeah,
legs look a little. Why is there so much shadow down there?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's probably just the staging, the lighting anyway. So yeah, I thought it could be a gurney or something in the hospital, but yeah, did okay? So did somebody get hurt? I mean, I don't know what you're hearing out there, or
I
what your
don't.
theory is.
Um, yeah, what was my theory?
Did
Because
Devin get
people are
hurt?
people
Did
are
she?
going with everything. I mean, the theories out there is everything.
Yeah.
Carmen died. Yaya died. The baby died. Um,
Oh yeah, I don't think it's going that deep, but
Hector's back, but I don't think that would make him cry.
no. Did he hurt somebody? Did one of them get hurt badly? And if it's Devin, that doesn't make sense to Miguel because I don't think they're tight like that for him to react
Um,
that way.
let's see. What other theories did I put out? He thinks Sam's cheating on him with Punk Man, um,
Axel.
Axel. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
we're looking right at him too. That's the funny thing.
yeah, there you go. Yeah. Punk Man. So he thinks she's being cheated on. Maybe Sam got hurt, I guess is another thing, if it is a hospital. Um,
Yeah. Um, yeah, hard to say what that is out of context. I do wonder if it's related to the reaction that Robbie gives when he screams. I don't know if, Miguel crying is a reaction to what just happened in that moment. Also, I guess we'll see. This next one, we're back at the arena. It is Axel and Sensei Wolf. This is where Wolf says, something about, oh, I know Americans. There we go.
yeah.
So I don't know if he's talking about Johnny or is he talking about like Team USA specifically. So that is something I wonder. Any ideas?
I think he's just talking what he believes Team USA is to
Okay.
Johnny. Yeah.
Okay. All right, just a little look at Johnny, Sam, and Robbie in front of the digital scoreboard. Then we cut back to Axel and Sensei Wolf, wherever they train,
Hmm.
and we see one of the posters here, but in one of the stills released, you see three where they're standing from different years. I believe it's like 88, '06, and 18 or something like that. So they're pretty kind of spread out. I think one of them was like 10 years apart. But again, the
Yeah.
Sekai Tekai is like every 2 years. Um, and so this little nod to Jose there in the Facebook group, he thought, and we'll get into what you and I discussed, but thought that, this was Wolf's posters and that he was champion of those years. And my thought was like, if those are wolves, those are at the very least the ones that he participated in. And then you mentioned that it's probably just like the posters for that arena because it's a Sekai Tekai. So you don't think it's anything more than that.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
They're kind of random. They're in English. Why is Sensei Wolf keeping the English posters?
Why is anything in
Like,
English in
y-
Barcelona?
right. Like I think it's just like setup. The way the All Valley Arena had all the pictures and stuff from past events. This is kind of just the same. It's set up with posters from past Sekai Taikais.
All right, so
And
we
that's
want
just
the
where they're training. Yeah.
we want the best of the best, but also you have to be able to read English. Is that going to be a
That's
challenge for you?
true. Apparently, it's been a tradition going for 100 years. Even
That's
though they
it.
didn't have any English speaking countries for a long time, they
Yeah. So in this sequence here, Wolf smacks Axel here with one of the pads. What is
the
that? No, no, no. Is
punching
it a
pads
boxing?
here.
Bunch of pads. Okay, yeah. Bunch of
Yeah.
pad, side of the head, and it appears that Sam is witnessing this. Um,
Hmm.
she does. There is another poster behind her. The lighting looks about right if she just happens to be
Hmm.
walking by, eavesdropping or
Hmm.
something like that.
Hmm.
We fade out, fade back in.
Do you
Now,
think
yeah,
Sam will think Sensei Wolf is a bad sensei?
you know what? She might be like, you know what? Hey, he deserves that. She might give him a little pat on the shoulder as she walks by. I didn't
Because
see
I
anything.
thought I think it's like the trailer wants us to think Sensei Wolf is this tough guy. He's talking down to Johnny. He hits his own student, but then I'm like, he's just nothing compared to Johnny though. Like
Yeah,
he's like a weaker, more sad version of Johnny.
right. We'll see what kind of jokes he's got. I wonder if he's gonna be like anybody else, but like the uh, I guess the Chinese version or something. Well, I don't know if there's something else that's coming up that's gonna give me an opportunity to kind of ask um, about your thoughts on the Iron Dragons and kind of the origins and stuff because like Louis Tan, I believe is like Chinese, Singaporean, British, so he's multiracial. Um, and then like Zara,
Oh,
I'm not sure.
you want me just to go right now because we're just
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
Sensei Wolf
Okay.
because we talked about it earlier in the previous episode on the pictures, right?
Right. Yes.
Because John had said also Sensei Wolf is very important to the story. And and so backing up a little bit, I was a little confused because I kept reading that like they're from China. They kept saying the China dojo, but they didn't have China's flag. And then finally was able to get a shot. They have Hong Kong, so it's like Hong Kong dash China.
Right,
Um,
right,
um, but then like I kept thinking about it, and I was like thinking, but Axel isn't from Hong Kong, and neither
right.
is Zara or something. Like, most of their dojo isn't Chinese or, any of that. And so I was thinking, like, does this make sense? Is there any way that this could actually make sense? And I was also thinking about the story or my theory that I told you in the previous episode, which I know everyone listened to, where I said, I think as Daniel's investigating or looking into Mr. Miyagi's past, and trying to find information about past Sekai Taikais from Gunther, um, and we strongly suspect if Miyagi fought in it, he probably fought for China because we were established that he had been to China, and fought in it. So he was probably with China's team, which may be this team, the Iron Dragons, and that can is what can lead us to Sensei Wolf, who has information about the past teams, right? So he has info about the past teams, and maybe he can find info that Miyagi might have been the team captain in 48, 49, whatever year
Probably
it was.
48.
But
Yeah, it sounds like even
but then
numbers.
yeah, so then I was thinking too further, um, because like I just said, Axel, Zara, none of them are from Hong Kong. And maybe what happened is you know, Miyagi, um, Nariyoshi or whatever name he was going by, um, he's from, Japanese from Okinawa. He went to America. Um, it seems unlikely he would be someone who would get on a team like that. But maybe after he fled, he found them. They ultimately admitted him partially, maybe because he was American at that point.
Yeah.
He maybe had a U.S. passport. Um, and maybe they won or they did well. Something that the dojo decided, hey, why don't we just find international? We'll be an international dojo of the sorts, and we'll get top fighters from all over the world,
Mm,
and
yeah.
so it was like Miyagi started this with the Iron Dragons. He was like their first non-Chinese fighter. And then they realized, hey, we can do even better if instead of just being from China, we be from all over the world. And that carries over all the way till this tournament, where now we have, Axel, who may be from Russia, Zara, I'm not sure where she's from. I guessed Brazil, but wherever she's from. Um, so that's sort of the history of the Iron Dragon and how Miyagi started that in a way.
Hmm. That'd be really interesting. Holy cow. Speaking of Iron Dragons, this platform just I thought well, I knew it wasn't a floating hovering platform, but when I first saw it, I thought like a hoverboard or even like the shoes from Back to the Future too. The way it's illuminated, um,
Mhm.
they are God, what 15 feet above the ground at least. No, maybe not even quite that. It's high up above the ground, and everyone's watching. So this isn't like some sort of mistake. This is actual fight on a platform that's elevated.
Mhm.
It's against the West End Warriors. I know that when I first watched it, I go, "Oh, that's no way, that's Miyagi-Do." So even if this digital scoreboard wasn't here, you can clearly see like the black trimming on the top of their uniforms.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
not a blouse, right? Like some idiot.
Correct. That is correct. Yeah.
So down at the bottom, you see Team Korea and a bunch of other dojos represented. So um, they were definitely
Actually, it
watching.
looks like Miyagi-Do's in the very back left of the lineup. I think.
Oh, is that a Hawks Mohawk right here? Here it is.
No, 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 no. Is that
I think that's the
is
Mohawk
that
right here.
okay?
And I
Yeah,
think this
that's
is
that. Yeah,
Dimitri.
right. And that's Devin, right?
I think so. She has her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that almost looks like a ponytail, but this does look like Miguel here,
Mhm.
possibly.
Mhm.
Robbie. No, but here's Sam. Here's the headband. Yeah, so that's got to be Devin.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Um, don't see Thailand, but again, different angle. But this is probably like, well, this is elimination. Oh, is
Mm.
this the elimination? Because earlier we saw like elimination round two or something.
Yeah.
So
So I assume, yeah, you get
really
knocked
hard.
off, you're out. So
Okay, so this one up close. Yep. So there's Miguel, Dimitri, and Hawk in the reverse order of where we saw them from the back.
mhm.
Um, some people reacting differently. Some are cheering. Some are like, "Oh my God, this guy is really about it." You know, like yes, to see all the bodies fall off the platform. Kind of well.
His
He,
teammates, not so much.
yeah. I mean, their reaction, aside from this doofus that's smile, you know, he's really excited about all this. Everyone else's reaction, it looks like whatever happened wasn't supposed to happen. I mean, you're
I
fighting
think
on
they
a
just fell
platform.
off. They just fall off.
Yeah.
That's what happens. You
Okay,
get hit, you
so
fall off.
it's so funny because like you can see that Zara doesn't even connect. Her foot
Yeah.
just flies. Who's that? It was like the Mortal Kombat movie where Johnny Cage was fighting people, and then like if you watched it for the first time, you didn't know he was filming a scene, and so he's like doing
Right.
these kicks, and then like, the guy keeps reacting but never falls down. Um, anyway, so that's kind of what it reminded me of. So now we see there's one fighter on the ground on the far left, and then this one is of somebody falling down. I don't know
Right.
which is which. We did see one male, one female fighting. How do you think? What do you think happened? Do you think Axel just this guy was like running towards Axel and he just stepped out of the way? Because it doesn't look like he just did anything. You know, it doesn't look like he just threw the guy or shoved the guy. You know, he's like he's just stepping
Looked
forward.
at him hard. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Blew him a kiss and he just fell back. I don't know. Hard to say. Um, what do you think this is?
What do I
This
think
was
it is?
it was just my big what WTF moment. Do you think it's just like theatrics? That's all it is, really?
Well,
You
I
know,
think
so
it plays into the event. It's like go out of bounds, you lose, but you don't just step out of the mat, you fall down. So the goal is to knock the other team off, both members of the other team off, and then
yeah.
whoever gets knocked off is eliminated.
As badass as this is, I do wonder, like, what if it's played for laughs? You know, like, this one person is left standing. Axel threatens like, "Why don't you just jump off, or I'll kick you off." And they're like, "Say
No, they
less,
they
say less."
they wave to the crowd after because everyone cheers. So
Yeah, interesting. Okay, all right, and then we get here in Barcelona. Is Barcelona? Okay, see, so I thought they spelled it with the TH on this. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. See? So this is Sensei Wolf and Johnny talking to each other. Do we have an idea is this the hotel? Do you have an idea? Is
yeah,
this
because that
the Teka
artwork on the
lobby?
walls, that I mean, wherever
Okay.
they are, maybe they're at that museum maybe they're yeah, an art museum,
Johnny found like
something.
another like big old thing of like wings to stand in front of and pose for. But
Yeah.
Johnny here correcting somebody on his beach, you know, Barcelona instead of Barcelona. I thought that was
See,
pretty fun.
this is why Sensei Wolf is just a weaker version of Johnny, just a
Can
smaller, weaker. He's the Coors Light to Johnny's Coors Banquet. Um,
you imagine him saying, "Welcome to Barcelona, bitch"?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, what?
And Johnny just throws it back at him. Isn't taking any shit.
No, no. In fact, he calls him a dipshit, which I don't
Yeah,
think I've
dipshit.
heard since like Terminator 2. Moi, a dipshit. Okay, and then it cuts to where are we about to look at? You wonder. Look, there's some sort of marina here to the left with a really big yacht.
Oh well,
Um,
Barcelona's on the Mediterranean, so
oh, um, I was not aware. So really
Yeah,
cool
I
looking
think it's
building.
where there's a I was in Barcelona
Oh,
2004. Yeah,
yeah,
what was funny is there's a statue of Columbus because it's like where he left from or something. Um but what I always thought was weird and I didn't realize because he's like pointing, but he's actually pointing south because it's
hmm.
at the Mediterranean. Like, so he's like pointing south. I don't know. It was just, it's this weird detail that I remember from Barcelona. Uh,
Did you go to the Sekai Tekai? Or
um, as a competitor, yes,
yes,
but
yes,
I
got
can't
it.
disclose my standing.
Okay, fair enough. We cut to a locker room, the men's locker room. All right. Uh, we've heard all this garbage going around about loyalty. Isn't that Reese saying that, or is that Johnny? I think that's Johnny.
I think,
Um,
yeah, it's Johnny, right? Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
that's how Johnny talks, not Chris.
Right. So right, yeah, garbage. Anyway, Robbie is sitting here in front of the lockers. I think Miguel just walked out. Okay, so it's a mixed locker room because men
Yeah.
and women are here. What are those pads
Well,
on the
I
top?
don't know if it's mixed or they just came in. Um, the girls just come in for the team meeting, but yeah.
Got it. Okay, so who's missing here? Evan's still there, so okay, so no one's
No, I think
missing.
they're all there. I mean, unless you say
Okay.
Kenny's not there, but I mean Daniel's not there. At least Daniel's not in the shot, so
Yeah.
that's who's missing.
Miguel possibly not challenging Robbie, but may have said something about, Robbie kind of lacking like the focus. Johnny sticking up for his son, and maybe this is what this is. Like, okay, you're never gonna listen to me. You're gonna for me kind of. At least that's what I read. What do you think?
Um,
The way he walks
yeah,
with
I
his
think
son.
this. So I think this is. I mean, I think this whole thing is early, and this is the tension amongst the dojo.
Right.
Everyone's on each other's nerves.
Tori in the training room looking at her own reflection as Kreese turns around. Um, I
This is
wonder if
more. This is more
yeah,
Tori looking really bad, like not
yeah,
they're hurt. I don't know what word you want to say. Like she's still not over everything that happened.
yeah, she isn't. And just I know it's like half a second that we're getting, but the way Kreese turns around, and Tori is like looking at herself, do wonder if she just said something that he didn't like. And that's what that is. So it's a very tense scene here. We cut to a Mortal Kombat level here, right? I mean,
Mhm.
we got Miyagi-Do, some of Miyagi-Do. We got Johnny, Daniel on the other both ends of Sam. Is it Sam, Miguel, and Robbie? Yeah.
Right, right, yeah. Well,
What is this? It looks like
Robbie's in
like
the
an old.
middle, Miguel at the end.
Got it. It looks like an old abandoned zoo or something, or
I
building.
don't actually know. Yeah.
Just looking to see what that is here. All right, now we're at a different
Oh,
location. Yeah,
what I will say about that shot though is that yeah, they have to be somewhere where there aren't people because we didn't get a picture of this. So this training sequence, we got a lot of well, not I hate to call it spy, but the fans because they were out there in public doing all
right.
this, so we got a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of video and stuff. This particular one we didn't get, so wherever they were, there were no people. Um,
yeah. I like the look though.
yeah, it
Um,
does look nice, yeah.
it finally it just seems like like the world is much bigger when you see different locales.
Yeah.
On the somewhere outdoors on top of a really nice building, we see some statues behind them. So they're
Mhm.
probably standing really high up above still. Now this one looks like it's just the three of them, right? Like Johnny, Sam, and Robbie.
Right, right.
Now wearing the same clothes minus shoes inside with Daniel. I think Johnny is also standing next to Miguel in the back there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Miguel's not doing the training.
he's not, but
Is it
neither
just
is
for the captains?
Johnny.
Yeah, it's kind of
That's a
weird.
good point. Because back here with the captains again, right?
Mhm.
But this one also didn't have Daniel. Yeah. Are they one and the same thing? Yes, they were the same thing. Okay. So we'll go past this. Um, Tata with Daniel. Now this is with everyone. Same three with Daniel and Roddy. Now they are fighting with sticks, stick fighting.
Yeah, maybe training for that. The same match Zara we saw Zara in.
Yeah. So this one looks like they're more out in public with people really back there.
Yeah, we had there was footage from the fans of this. In
Okay.
fact, I think you can kind of see some people in the background actually now that I
Kinda.
look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Mhm.
Okay, and then we go back to the arena. Daniel's giving a pep talk to Team USA. Bobby's got the captain headband on in this one still. Devin's also in this shot.
Mhm.
Let's see, so probably early on still. Okay, all right. Now we go to Mad Daniel. Um,
Mhm.
Case is rocking that sensei jacket, that bomber jacket with the sweet logo. What do you think of this logo?
Um, very nice. Very nice. I don't know. I like the classic. I like Johnny's classic red. Um,
Okay.
or even all of the Cobra's classics. You know what's taking it away from me is those the three lines like or that
The Korean
surround
flag.
the
Uh-huh.
oh that's what it okay. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
so
is that?
it's they got that from the Korean flag. So
It's
it's
an
like
integration. Okay, yeah.
exactly. So instead of the Cobra, it would be I think a yin yang in the center. And then they
Okay,
have
yeah.
like, yeah, those lines.
That
And
okay,
so
yeah. When you say it, that makes sense now. I can visualize it. Yeah.
right. And this again, this logo, Nate's mom helped Frank with it, with the design. And he talked about that, getting the font down and all that stuff. So
Mhm.
this was the jacket that I got to see on a Nano. So I've been waiting for it to be shown. I did not expect to see Crease in it. So,
Mhm.
but again, it is a Sensei jacket, but I guess I don't know. Have we seen him in a bomber jacket? I think that's probably why. Um, but what else would you put that logo on? You're not gonna see Crease in a hoodie. So,
Yeah,
uh, so
right.
Kreese says something to get under Daniel's skin, and Daniel grabs him, shoves him up against the wall. This looks like inside with the lights off, probably the hotel lobby or whatever we thought the museum might be, right? This is
I
it.
don't
It
know.
looks similar to where a sequence where we saw Johnny and Sensei Wolf. I feel
Yeah.
at
I mean,
time.
maybe there's just I don't know if like there's multiple scenes, in the same
Yeah,
locations or this is all just part of one episode. Like,
yeah,
and we just don't realize it. It's hard to tell. I think Johnny or Daniel's wearing the outfit he's wearing.
he is. Yep.
He's ready to fight. Yeah.
So possibly Kreese, on the other end of the
Hmm.
when he was in the stands. So let's see here. We are cutting into like Robbie in mid motion doing like the flip up, from being on your back.
Right.
Um,
Hip up. Yeah.
yeah, kick up and kick up. Yeah, okay,
Hip
and
up.
then
Hip up. Yeah.
He's falling. I don't know what
Hmm.
just happened here. Maybe they collided. Oh, do you think this is right after they jump towards each other at the end there?
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
yeah.
They
So
like to take one like a
move
moment
them
and like
around.
show it out of order, right? Like
Right,
it was like Zara. You see Zara celebrating kind of with the bow staff, and then you see her winning the fight with the bow staff. Like it was like in reverse.
right. All right. So nice shot, up close shot of Robbie, and you see Quan getting up behind him, and then they shift the focus. I really like that. The look of that there. And let's see here. Now this one, I went a little quick here. We cut to looks like Miguel is fighting Min Sok. Min Sok. We got Quan also in the background standing next to Dimitri. Again, it appears to be Miyagi-Do versus uh, Cobra Kai here. They seem to be the only ones standing.
Yeah. So yeah, this octagon, it's not an octagon, but this fight style. Um, I think I suspected maybe it's something like the Go-Go Mushu or whatever that Daniel did in season two, where they're standing in a circle and he calls like numbers and people come out and
Ah, yeah.
fight.
Right,
And
right,
so
right.
like
Yeah.
so that's what you have. You have both dojos all standing around and then they call two numbers or two positions, whatever it is, and whoever's in those positions has to go fight each other. But it also is why you could get that like Tori's fighting Robbie, you get girls against the guys, you could get captains against non-captains, or however they do it because they're calling the positions maybe randomly or something. And so you just have to fight whoever the other person is that gets called.
Uh, um, this is elimination round two, where Robbie and Juan are about to charge at each other, not recognizing anybody else. To the left back there, is that the Western Warriors? Because I remember they had like a black trimming on their top of their uniform.
Could be, but I don't.
Could be, yeah, hard to
Is
say.
that them?
All right, so Juan and Robbie in the air. Are they about to lock legs? Nope. Then we cut to black.
Mhm.
Okay. And then Johnny says, so wipe the smirks off their ugly faces. Everyone loves that callback.
Mhm.
Very similar to what he says about Xander, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So are we able to see any other senseis when he's giving this speech? We see Zara in the background.
yeah.
Okay. Robbie smiling. Hawk. This is interesting. So Sam is fighting Chung Hee, one of the Team Cobras.
Mhm.
Team Cobra, Team Korea. Hawk is fighting Min Suk. Robbie is just standing on the outside. Okay, so this one's interesting.
Mhm.
Pardon me, my voice going out a little bit, but we got some of Team Korea and some of Team USA, I'm sure, outside somewhere.
Right.
Um, Trying to see who's the one. Is that Axel on the left
Yeah,
here?
I think that's Axel.
Okay, so Axel and Sam, um, and at least three of the Cobras, Juan Yoon and Minsuk, I think. Sam hits him. What's going on there? So go back to the arena
Well,
and
so
Brazil.
go
Yeah,
back to the fight though.
right.
A few notes about the fight.
Aside. Yeah,
Um, one thing that's interesting, like I don't know who's attacking who or what. I mean, the Cobras seem to be attacking or Sam's fighting, but one thing I noticed about Axel is here, he doesn't participate in this fight at all. In fact, he actually almost backs away. He doesn't do anything. I don't know if he's fighting, if what's going on, because it just seems like because a lot of people are like, oh, she's getting jumped or whatever, they're attacking her, which maybe is the case. But like I would have expected Axel to just react somehow as well. And at least
yeah.
from what we see here, he's not doing that.
He's kind of
Um,
staying out of it.
yeah, exactly. So, which is why I even floated an idea that like this was part of a setup on Sam, like he's was there
Interesting.
luring her. This seems like maybe after they were talking on the beach, something that we just saw from a video, they're wearing the same outfits, but um, I don't know because Axel seems I just don't know what's going on. If they're jumping Sam, he's not like helping fight back. And
Right.
I mean he's obviously not helping fight her, but like it's kind of weird.
Even if he felt like, oh, she's a capable, fighter that she can
Right.
stick up for herself, it's still at least 3-on-1. Like, what are you
Three
doing,
on
dude?
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And you're
so
the
that's
tall, strong guy.
right. She be saving him, but even yeah, why isn't he fighting them back or something? Defensive stance or whatever. That is interesting. Before you even kind of like pose those questions, I was considering, oh, this could be like a version of that where Chosen shows up and it's like Kumiko and Daniel in the middle of the street, you know, and like so the Cobras are like teasing him or them and they just won't leave him alone. So, maybe they're like that Eagle Fang training, maybe she strikes first. Hard to say. Very interesting.
Maybe.
Yeah. We go back to the arena. This is Robbie versus somebody from the Brazil team. Robbie tries to go for a leg sweep. Yeah. And then the guy does a really cool aerial jump of sorts.
Yeah.
Very badass. And oh, this is an interesting one. So we have a upside down shot that's gonna rotate where Kenny is rolling off of Dimitri's back. That's, yeah, I wonder how long that took them to get down. The timing on that. So this is again Korea versus USA. Then we cut to Daniel outside in the alley or something. Looks like he's by himself, very likely.
Yes, I do
Or
think
did that?
he's by himself. I think
Yeah,
this is his Miyagi quest. That
yeah,
brief shot. Yeah.
Dragon Quest.
I don't know what to
Um,
call it. I've
yeah,
been
yeah.
calling it the
Oh,
side quest, but yeah.
right, right. I was just wondering what he's looking at, but it could very well be like the address or something. I don't know, maybe somebody above him. Yeah, hard to say. Okay, this one. Now we're back at the arena. This is Quan. It's somebody on Cobra Kai. So it's Quan. Oh no, this is Tori. This is Tori. Yeah, this is
Mhm.
Tori. She kicks another female captain, and she loses a tooth. That is wild.
Oh.
So have people talked about that? I'm sure they have, right?
I didn't see the tooth, I gotta admit.
Oh, okay. Let's go back
Oh.
and look at that just real quick. So maybe that's what everyone's reacting to on the screen because we do cut to the Russo home and they're watching the TV. Maybe they're
Mhm.
reacting to this tooth flying out, you
Mhm.
know, because yeah, because she's still like falling down and they look at Tori. So, but also didn't they do some trickery on us with season 5 with Daniel and Chosen were watching the TV,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so this could be not the exact same thing too, because the reaction, I don't know, were they just not expecting that out of Tori? Because like they're standing up and worried. Um, Courtney, Amanda reaches for her phone, so I don't know if her phone rings or is she about to place a call. Do you have any
Oh,
thoughts
I
on
think
that?
she's reaching for it to call because they're horrified by what they saw. But
Yeah,
I don't think it's what we see that they show Tori kicking the
right,
girl.
right.
Yeah, it's definitely not that. It's something else. That's
It's
just
something
like a mislead.
so yeah, something bad enough that Anthony is concerned and wants to see how his mom's gonna react. This could
Mhm.
be people have been saying like it could be Sam getting hurt, right? That's why Amanda looks like this.
Mhm.
Um, and so Robbie screaming. What do you think this is? Do you think this is some sort of victory or
Yeah, I
uh
think it's like a victory or something.
elimination round two?
Right.
Okay, so this is against Cobra. So maybe this is right after this thing with Quan. So
Mhm.
now we cut to somebody with the dagger, the Unjangdo.
Mhm.
Um, it does look like somebody is wearing a black gi. Do we know for sure it's a Cobra Kai gi?
I guess not, but it seems most likely.
And there is a suitcase, some sort of case, container. Maybe that's what the knife
Mhm.
was in. Excuse me, the dagger.
Well, it's a big case for a
Yeah,
kind of a small knife.
they brought it in. Maybe this is the one somebody's gonna use in a fight. There is a shoe up here. It looks like a white sneaker, black pants.
Mhm.
What do you think that is back there? Some sort of part behind it. This could be anything. No idea. Okay, and that's it. No
Mhm.
end snake, but we have the Cobra Kai 6 logo. Anything else you want to see? The pictures? I can pull up the pictures too.
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, right. It's a little glitch static. Um,
Yeah.
who had it first? Was it Nerf Asao? Did you
What
catch
do you
that
mean?
when you did your stream or breakdown? Did you slow it down to see what it was?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We framed it. It's a one frame. You got to catch it. There you go. Up one. Yeah, it's exactly one frame. Um
Yeah.
oh yeah, we had it on the stream because a lot
Okay.
of people were thinking it's Terry Silver. I don't think it's Terry Silver.
Right.
People, I know you want it to be Terry Silver. In a way, it can almost look like I kept thinking while they kept saying Terry Silver, I kept thinking of like the 85, the Karate Kid 3. Like he's there and that whatever. I don't know.
I
Um
thought so too, and it looked like it until I saw the side by side of like Gunther. I was like, okay, no, that
yeah,
does
yeah.
look
I
more
put
like
a I
Gunther.
put a Gunther up and I have it in my breakdown video too. I think it's Gunther.
Yeah, I
He had
do.
some good guesses for the other two, maybe Robbie and like a referee or something. The middle person is very short.
Right. Speaking of the person that's short, like if this was Terry Silver, he'd be towering more over the person, in the middle there, I
Yeah,
feel,
yeah,
you know.
right.
But when I first thought it was Terry Silver, I thought this was like a hearing. Matter of fact, I think I typed that in your chat. I thought it was a hearing, maybe.
Oh, did you? I don't remember that, but
I feel like it did because I think like after because remember when I popped in, I was like, I'm so behind at work.
mm-hmm.
And that was like way after, like I hopped off your stream to watch the video and then
Mm-hmm.
I came back in to see what everyone was saying. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that is an interesting one. And that's it. That's it. You want to pull up the pictures? Any of the pictures you want to see?
Um, I referenced a few of them. I don't think we get a whole lot. Um, that one of the Miyagi-Do at the hotel we have chosen. When do you think he shows up? I'm thinking maybe episode one, or well, I guess it's what,
It's
episode six? Yeah.
because I'm trying to see how do I do this now. Show the image. Okay. Now you see the thumb, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah. So if you just scroll down or whatever.
I need to go back to that. Okay. Oh, it's just there we go. So there's Zara. Oh, oh, because that was the beginning. So yeah, Hawk in midair is the beginning, and
There.
there we go.
Yeah.
Chosen.
But other than the one shot of them celebrating that early hit, Chosen isn't in the trailer at all. Not a line, not
Right.
a pep talk. Um, don't even see him standing there actually. Like, it's hard to tell, because the fights, it's on the students, but so unfortunately,
Hmm.
not really much going on, or not much to go with.
You think he's doing recon? So like only Curtis caught him, with the still photography, whereas he's supposed to be like doing the
He's like
whole
he's
Okinawan
like
assassin
sneaking
thing.
in, like they don't know he's there.
Exactly. It's like, wait, did we just see Chosen right there?
Yeah.
That'd be really funny. Um, yeah, I love doing this, because when part one came out and I got the screeners, like you and Mike went through it,
Hmm.
and it was really cool to know what happened and hear how people can be like really close or so far off or just like
Hmm.
overthinking like the like okay, oh
Yeah.
that's not the thing you want to focus on, so
Right. Right.
a lot of fun. So yeah, the rest of the pictures we kind of already went through them in the footage if you're still watching at home. But yeah, I think that's gonna conclude our breakdown the frames from the part two trailer. At this point, we have under 3 weeks, or about 3 weeks actually. Yeah, about 3 weeks ish until
Hmm.
part two drops on November 15th. Watch party, you just dropped your analysis. I did not get a chance to watch it. I think it's roughly 12 minutes. Does that sound right?
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost
So
exactly.
so there'll be a quick watch for those that I like to watch the YouTube videos. So that's
Mhm.
out. Anything else you're working on that you would like to tease?
Um, I think I may go back and do more on Miguel's crying. Just stuff from the trailer. Try to go in more in depth. I got stuff I want to say about Miyagi. Maybe I'll do more. Try to get into that one too.
Okay. Um, for me, kind of got a busy weekend. I know we still got two more episode reviews to get to
Hmm.
before, yeah, that next batch. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I am going to Kona Kitchen's annual Halloween party. So if you want to see any of these pictures or whatever I bring bring back with me, I'm gonna put it on the Instagram. But I also started the broadcast channel thing on there. So if you are someone who does follow me and due to your algorithm, you don't think that you see enough of the stuff that I'm sharing or are constantly missing things, give that a follow or join the broadcast channel. Like I'm still figuring it out. And
Hmm.
but I do know that when I comment, you'll get a notification and see what I'm commenting or what I'm sharing. So that way you don't miss anything. Um, so just another thing I'm trying out there. I think that's gonna do it. So I want to thank everyone, for you guys' continued support. I haven't said that in a while, and that's something I used to say all the time. But I do appreciate it here as we're uh,
Hmm.
in the final 10 episodes of this, and any, word of a prequel has not yet been announced, but that is something I do plan on covering if the Miyagi verse continues on. So, right there. So we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye.